teams, please get ready for the national teams. Please, all teams, please get ready for the national teams. Welcome to this game against Spain vs Denmark's women. Please stand for the Spanish national team. And now for Denmark.
Two minutes, 2 minutes, 2 minutes. One minute, 1 minute, 1 minute, 1 minute. Then in time for the game. Blue team ready. White team ready.
Okay, then we have the second match of the day started. It's Denmark against Spain. And Spain and Denmark won their last matches yesterday, so this is a fight for the 5th and 6th place. And I don't know, do you know, Davril, if whose of these teams are the favorites of this game? Haven't seen much of them. I saw Spain play against Austria yesterday, and they won the game in the end.
I guess
I haven't seen so much of the Danish girls today.
Yes.
I can.
You can hear me. All right. So, I guess you've played against Marianne Heidam and Pernille Jens many times. Marianne, number, what is she, 15 or?
I don't know, David. I don't know who I play against.
Okay, you don't know.
I know the player number 11 on the Danish team, but that's just because she's the captain on the Danish.
Marianne.
Because I played
that's
against
what I'm talking
her.
about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Don't know her name though.
Right. Okay. So Marianne, she's really strong in any kind of scrum or ball control. She's I would say the quarterback, or she's a team leader in tactically, so that if she sees there's some gap in the game, she'll go in and try to control the action, to give her teammates a chance to catch up. She'll go in and steal the ball, etc. And then Pernille is the goal scorer. So Denmark is too dependent on these two players to score goals and to keep the game going. So if they can get the other players to...
Right, opportunity there already, the Danish team. I know that Spain fought really well yesterday, so I think and they play a little different rugby, the Danish and the Spanish. So I think it will be important who gets to dominate the game, because their playing style is different. So if the game is the Spanish team choosing how to play, it would be in their advantage, and the same way for the Danish. If they manage to have most possession of the ball and dominate the play, it will be an advantage for the Danish play style.
Do you see a little bit of Colombia in the Spanish style? Or Germany?
I think... Oi, 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 oi. I think it's hard to say. Colombia is have their style, and they also have a little inspiration from the Norwegian style as well. But Spain are they struggle with the defender. Oi, yes, there you go. Very good, very. Oh, she looks so happy scoring.
What's White score by number 17.
White score by number 17. That's
Denmark score.
Frederikke.
White number 17.
And as you saw there, they've been high pressured, and you see that the defenders.
And we have a timeout, blue.
Yeah, timeout from the Spanish.
Timeout for Spain.
And I see that they struggled having a defender down because the Danish people pushed. They pushed and pushed and pushed, and suddenly it was no defender there. And also, when the goalie is left alone, she has to work a lot harder. And then suddenly you saw that even the goalie struggled to do solid cycling with their partners. So it's well done of the Danish, and not so surprising, because usually stats like earlier championships is Denmark usually beats Spain, so but I also know that the Danish women team and the Danish junior girls team, they struggled a lot after Corona because they didn't have any practices, and they didn't participate in the junior Nordic, so I was a little bit excited to see how the players would play this year, since there would been a lack of camps and trainings in Denmark, especially from the women's side.
Do you think the weight and strength difference between the two teams is a big factor? That maybe the Spanish women are a little bit lighter and not quite as strong?
Do you just assume they are lighter, or do you know if they're lighter?
Well, we don't have statistics on their weight, but I mean, just looking at them, I think they're a little bit...
yeah, I shouldn't... I don't want to say anything, because size and how strong you are isn't always the same. You can be small and strong, and you can be big and not so strong. So I haven't seen them play much the Danish enough. But traditionally the Danish team is usually a very strong scrum-loving team. And if you're a team liking scrums, you usually have a lot of powerful, strong athletes. Oh, Denmark is struggling with their defenders as well. It's difficult.
It wouldn't be good.
But I've seen the Spanish play, and it's a lot of strong goals there as well. And the South European teams, they usually play in a lot bigger pools than in the Nordic teams, so they usually have a very good condition. And it doesn't matter if you're big and strong if you don't have the conditions when you're playing underwater rugby.
Yes, and conditioning is everything at the final couple matches.
Yeah, because you needed to have a high-level performance throughout the game. Oh, didn't see the ball delivery there. But you see that the Danish have a lot of ball possession, but also the Spanish are fast over. Two people going in, trying. It's impressive to try to score after swimming over from your own defense to attack.
Yeah.
Let's see if we have some interesting commenting on the game. Yes, you see the captain 11 on the Danish team fighting for the ball. So a 1-0 lead in a final game like this isn't really a lead, because the second the Spanish scores. Maybe we can have another goal here. Yes, we have another goal. Perfect.
Rudfeldt.
Yes, I see that. I see that.
White goal number 13.
13.
Yes, that's
Danish.
Mille Rudfeldt.
Number 13 scored.
I think it looks like they attack pretty high, the Danish, focusing on getting the goalie off. And if you don't have attackers that can follow up and stop the Danish team to take their arm and lift up the goalie, and also the goalie's partner needs to be very aware of the attacks like that.
Now Spain's down 2-0, and
yeah.
there's plenty of time left though in the game. But
and just like I said, a 1-0 lead isn't really a lead, but a 2-0 lead, that's actually a lead. And if Denmark is gonna have this, keep on doing this kind of play, probably gonna be more than 2 goals for them, I think. I think the biggest difference between what Spanish team played against Austria yesterday and playing against Denmark now is that, like we saw in the last match, both Spanish and the Austria team struggled having good chances scoring, but they were really good on
Nice
ball
pass.
possession, really good on positioning themselves for each other's, moving the ball, and also defense. But they really struggled on having a good attack that made it possible to score. But the Danish team is
More complete.
the Danish team is have a longer experience against teams that in final games where you have teams that are very good on scoring, and they have some players on the Danish team that are very effective scorers. So
Castell, nice effort there.
they will have a good chance
And
for
she
the
stayed down.
Spanish. But the defender on the Danish team is really fast, and she follows all the way in and stops them from doing anything really.
There were two players back there. They had Frederica Rüter, and I don't know who the other one was, but so there's Marianne Heidam. She just picked off that pass rather easily. The pass was bad, and she was watching, and she got it.
Yeah,
So
the Danish captain.
yeah. So when Marianne Heidam
Ball
gets
outside the area.
Pool outside,
Blue
yeah.
free ball.
So the ball was outside pool area, blue free throw, and then we have a timeout. I don't
Time
know.
out, white.
Danish takes a
Interesting.
timeout.
Why do you think they want to
Why?
take timeout now?
Because
Time
they
out,
lead 2-0. He maybe want
And we'll
to
start with
tell
the blue
them.
free ball.
I maybe would like to tell them because they don't
Ball
need to
outside the
score
playing area.
any more
Out of
goals. The
bounds.
most important now is not to let in any goals, and then focusing on possessioning of the ball and play it safely. So I'm guessing he would like to remind them of the strategic they're gonna play now, because that's different than when it's 0-0 in the start of the match.
Do you think they'll go over to the side and play it up and down, just to not go into the goal too much?
Yeah, if they go into the goal, they might be a little bit more strategic and only do it if they see a very big opportunity.
Yes.
But it's a challenging way to play, because if you get too defensive, thinking you're just gonna be defending your own goal and not trying to score, it's you usually sometimes kind of
The wrong mindset.
yeah, you kind of turn off your head, and then you're starting being a little bit slow in your game because you're not thinking you're gonna attack the same way. So you have to be very offensive in your mental state as well. You have to think that you're gonna attack, but you're not doing it.
Time out over.
So if
blue
Tobias,
free throw.
the coach, he may be telling them, just play hard, and we'll just keep going forward and scoring more and get a bigger lead. He could-
and then be more critical in which situations you will try to score the goal, because the hardest thing is to get the ball back if you lose it. It's a lot harder to get the ball back than having it than play secure in attack. Right, big opportunity if the Danish player will been there earlier.
Anyway, that was a good example. Marianne Heidam, she just ripped the ball away from the Spanish player. She's very strong, and she can generate a lot of torque with her twist out.
Yes, we have 4.5 minutes left of the first half, and the Spanish player would need to do something quite new if they're gonna challenge the Danish defense.
They need to go
they
in.
had like 2-3 opportunities where they go 2 in on each side of the goal, but every time they get stopped by the defender there. If they try to be a third person and maybe play a little bit more leveled, so they have one person higher up and one person down and then another person on the other side, it would be a lot more difficult for the Danish defense to
one player at a time is not going to work.
Stop them so quickly.
I completely agree with that. They have to go in with 2 or 3 players to make things happen.
Yeah.
But now Denmark has the ball back again. And we'll see whether they play conservatively. There's a good chance that they're not going to, because maybe their coach doesn't want to turn off their offensive thinking. And they're trying to score. Now, working for a third goal here. And the Spanish goalie has the ball for a second, and the pressure's come back again. Is it Rudfeldt? Matheson, number 5.
Another
2.
goal. That was a working goal. There you see you had both the goalie and the defender down defending, but
Danish player number 2.
I didn't see any attackers on the Spanish team there when the goal when the ball got in the goal there. But this is I expected Danish to have this kind of control over the game on this match. But yet again, always when you come to these kind of matches, final matches where it's all or nothing, a lot of teams that you wouldn't actually expect it suddenly play really, really, really well. Saw it yesterday also. Like for example, you had the Swedish game against the Great Britain on the men's side. The English team actually scored against Sweden, and so you should never be too sure in these kinds of matches, because suddenly someone does something that will change the total of the game.
Denmark's got the...
Good interception by number 7 on the Spanish team there, but she has no one to deliver the ball to. Yeah, you look at her, she was angry. Because she did a crazy good interception, and nobody of her playmates watched her. They were just thinking about going back in defense. And that's very frustrating when you are the one that actually...
Did something, yeah.
Yeah, offers yourself a little bit and try to do it. She is obliged to be a little bit angry there.
Oh.
There would be a very good change in the middle of the pool if the Spanish teammates have seen that.
Oh, the first half's almost over, but
yeah,
Denmark
only
can score again.
5 seconds left.
It's 1 against 4. But now Spain has the ball, and they could get across the pool. There's time for one good attack, maybe. But the time is clock's ticking.
It looks like they struggle to be enough people when they win the ball, the Spanish team. There are not enough people helping each other out, so it's easy for the Danish to stop them doing whatever they try to do. So that might be a thing they should talk about in the break, filling up space and helping each other all the way over. Because you see that the people swimming the ball over from defense to attack on the Spanish team is also the same that tries to score, and that's very difficult
to do.
Half time.
Yeah.
So we
Okay,
come to
halftime.
halftime here,
Half-time.
and
I'm just gonna fix something. So you just talk, David.
sure. All right, so a challenge here for Spain, and now that I have the microphone here, try to guess what could they do to change the situation. They need to come in with, I'm talking about Spain now, they need to come in with 3 players. They need to come in with 3 players to shake up the defense, and then they'll have a chance. But they can't do it with 1. And in terms of strength and size, Amanda's right, I don't really have any statistics about that, but just looking at the players by the side of the pool, I think the Spanish players are a few kilos lighter, and when you have to shift the back or the goalie, you have to move that weight. Even though everybody's underwater and they're floating to some degree, still there's weight, and to move them, it's like weightlifting. So Spanish ladies need to come in and be a little sneaky, so that if somebody taps the goalie on one side and the goalie shifts her weight over, the other player can make a hit and try to score a goal. And on the Dane side, I think now their plan is not to try to sit on this lead, but to try and make it even larger. And that's because, well, the best defense is a good offense. Sometimes that's true. And they're happy now. Right now they've scored, they've got a lead in their final game, and to turn people off and say, okay, now we're just going to sit on the ball and just not lose it, that might be psychologically not the right move. And I think they've decided to avoid that, and it's the right thing to do. And they have Marianne Heidam, who can go in and be a cleanup player when a dangerous situation develops. She has so much experience. I mean, she's got a 23-year-old daughter herself, or son. She's got fantastic conditioning, and she's had a really long career. So the amount of experience that she has playing at the top level is just rare. Well, there are a lot of people who have long careers, but hers is a long one. So she can see when something bad is happening, and she can go in and prevent it. Whether she moves over just to block the way or to go and grab the ball or something like that, it makes a difference. So I don't think Spain has so much.
One in the stream comment that wrote, I hope that the Danish women keep scoring, and of course you're probably Danish, but it's a good learning and experience and a boost of self-confidence. And I was wondering if that's because it's a lot of new players on the Danish team, or what's the reason for the comment? Of course, it's always a good learning experience and very good self-confidence boost if they have a good flow in their match now, because I know they were disappointed after the match against Sweden, which was very tight. But I don't know all of the girls here in the Denmark team. It's a big age difference.
1 minute.
From 24 to 44. So it's maybe a lot of youngsters who have their first European Championship.
Lila listed,
or could maybe one in the streams help me out with that information?
So Denmark will probably be stronger if some of the vets come back to play again, going to Montreal.
Yeah, this is a, it's rare. I don't know. I've been on the national team for Norway for 15 years, and it's never been a European Championship just the year before the World Championship. And either it's a good way of testing out the national team before the World Championship, which is one step even harder competition.
Then it's time for the second half.
Or if
White
it's
team ready?
a struggle
Blue
to
team ready.
do the prioritizing there, because you have to stay away from your kids and family a lot when you say you want to be on the national team, and that I think that's for all the teams, not just the top 3 best ones. It's for everyone here. They travel away from their families, some very long away, and
It's a sacrifice.
to do that 2 years in a row, using up your free time instead of being with your family, is a hard choice for very many players here. So either it's a very good opportunity for the European teams to be more ready for the World Championships, or you will see a lot of players playing this championship and not will participate in the World Championship. I don't know.
Yeah, that's hard to say.
Hard to say. I know on the Norwegian team it's some people that's not going to come to the World Championship because they prioritize this one. But again, it will be people that didn't prioritize this one that will come to the World Championship. So
I know that
that we don't know before next year.
no, Laila List and Dina Iversen back in Denmark are surely watching and thinking about
Have a very good attack there now. There we go. Number 2 fighting, and the goal is open. Do we see a ball here? You see the referees is watching if it's holding or anything on the basket there. Where is the Spanish goalie? We need her. There you go. There was a exchange there, and whew, lucky for Spain there that the Danish girls didn't got to use the opportunity. It's frustrating having the ball 10 centimeters from the goal and it's open and you can't manage to get that ball loose and score.
it only takes one hand, and that's enough to stop you from moving it.
Yeah, and I got Fleming here is explaining for us that it's a lot of new and inexperienced players on the Danish team, so this must be a very steep learning curve for them coming here and playing all these matches, because on the junior level you only play for 2-3 days, and here on the senior level you play for 6 days, 6-7 days.
Well, they need this if they're going to get
So
ready for...
that must be very nice for them to do this, especially after 2 years of corona restrictions.
There's Pernille Linnert Jensen, and she's...
Here we go, a good delivery down there. That's what I want to see the Spanish team do as well, that they deliver the ball not just from the other side to right and left, but also down and up as well around the Danish goal, because then they would create a lot of good opportunities to score.
Three-dimensional attacking.
Oh, she tried on a... delivered the ball behind her back.
Oh.
Difficult way to deliver the ball, but it looks very cool though.
Well, is there a danger that another goal will go in soon, do you think?
Yeah,
Danes are putting a lot of pressure on.
If the Danish play like they did the first half, we probably will see more goals. But it doesn't look like the Spanish have given up yet. I think they have like 2 goals, two goals for the match here. It's not let in so many goals, and also maybe try to get 1 goal. I think if they manage to get the goal in the Danish bucket, we will hear it through the microphones here. They shouting and cheering. Oh. There we go. They are very good. Yes, there you go. Number 2. They are very strong and effective, the Danish players, even though they were 3 against 1 there.
Number 2. Danish player number 2.
She used her legs to create momentum when she was pushing off the goalie. It's a very good technique. And you don't need to be big and strong to do that. You just need the speed and the will to try to do it.
That was Pernille Linnert Jensen.
There you go, Spanish in attack. Let's see what they can do.
They need some sort of signal to go in together.
It's difficult. You see, it's 2 against 3
against 3
here, and it's very difficult to manage to get advantage of the attack when you have more people going through than you are yourself. But they're very good on keeping the ball in the team, I see. And they don't pull out the Spanish team. They try to deliver the ball close to the Danish goal, and that keeps the pressure on the Danish. Oh, it's very good scene again of the Danish player there. She was watching the deliverings of the ball, and she just kicked out and intervened one of the deliveries there.
So she left her position. She thought she could get the ball, and that's...
Yeah, it looks like that. I don't know if she left her position, because she came from a position where maybe she might be an attacker.
She could have been an attacker. I think it was Lina Urup, but...
And oh yeah, she's a goalie.
Yeah.
It's a offensive way to play, and very impressive.
She made the right decision.
Yeah, I think she done it once before in this game as well. One of her specialties, maybe. There you go, another
No
great
yeah.
opportunity for Danish, because the Spanish doesn't have their defender on the right spot, and you see that the goalie of the Spanish team is floating a little bit up there. And you have Spanish taking the ball again, very good, they saved, but they are 3 against 2 again. It's very difficult to do anything when you're outnumbered like that.
I think the Spanish women are going to go back and talk about training and probably put time into lifting weights, strength training, and they need to be stronger if they're going to rip the Danes away or other
I don't know.
defenders.
Depending on, of course, you need to be strong, but you need to be strong to prevent injuries, because this is a very tough sport for the body, and it's hard for the. It's a lot of explosive movements and rough duels,
Elbows.
even though it's in the water. So the strength training, it's important, especially to prevent injuries. But if you've seen you have a lot of strong girls in the Colombian team as well, but they aren't big and strong like Teresa Blennert in the Swedish team. And you don't need to be that strong to be good in underwater rugby. It's of course an advantage, but if you can't use your strength,
you have to have skills.
It doesn't have so much to say. And also you have this, if you're good in the technique of using your legs, so you have kind of the speed while you're doing it, you will be a lot stronger. If you only use your arms to push off the goalie or win the ball, even though how strong you are in your arms, you aren't that strong. But if you actually manage to use your core strength and your speed and leg strength with the arms,
can you see?
You get a lot stronger than the one that has the heaviest bench press.
Right.
So I don't think that's maybe the most important thing to be stronger for the Spanish. I think
core strength.
keeping up the good work they're trying to do in defense, managing to keep the defense solid even though it's a lot of pressure under the games. And also when they come to the attack and try to score, they need more effective scoring techniques. And I think like a team like Spain that already use a lot of their speed to get an advantage, they should just get even more faster and than trying to change up everything. I told with Mattis, there we go.
Another score.
Yes. They have a number 12. That's the same girl with the long hair. She was also the one that intervened from in the defense there. She has a very good look at the game, and she can participate in a lot of the...
Time out for Spain.
They look really happy there. Number 12, she may be one of the youngsters.
She is, Lina Uda.
Yeah,
Before
so
that
she looked really happy for scoring there. So
scored by number
it's
2
a typical look when you're young and you finally get to do something you've been hoping for doing a long time.
After the championship, she's going spearfishing. So.
Oh yeah. And I think it was a good defense as well as in Spain, but they are very effective in the scoring, the Danish. And I think that's the biggest difference between Spain and the Danish here, is that when the Danish have their opportunity, they are a lot more effective on actually scoring.
Was player number 12 that scored.
But
player number 12. Danish player number 12 scored.
And it's hard to stop them when they have the opportunity. While the Spanish team, they're very good on positioning themselves, and they have managed to have a lot of possession of the ball, but they don't have the same effectiveness when they're in trying to score.
So is this game?
Have you seen number?
Let's
see, number 6 there on the Spanish team. She got
timeout over.
Big biceps there, Davrel. So you shouldn't say they aren't a strong team, because they look very strong to me. Number 6 there, she looks like she lifts a lot of weights. Or 16 maybe. It's not easy to see all the numbers. Now, number 6, Aida. Lina is a former U21 player. That's the one, the girl that scored.
Marianne Heidam jams it in.
I didn't even see that. I just watched 1 second away from the screen there.
Goal by number 11.
Yeah, one of the
Spanish
captain.
Goal
yeah.
by number 11.
So either now the Spanish is getting a little bit tired, maybe, or it's not easy to hold up the spirits when you're under 6 goals. You know you're not gonna manage to win the game, but I see now that the girls not playing, shouting and clapping for Spain, and that will probably lift the spirits a lot. It's important to always look at the learning points of a game, even though you don't manage to win the game. You can learn a lot, and you can still have a good experience. In a fair match, both the winner and the loser will feel quite pleased with the match, because that's just how the game is. You need to have one winner and one loser, and as long as both teams feel it's a justifying game, they can both have fun playing.
Yeah, if it's not fun, then don't play.
So I think what I would do on the Spanish team now is not focusing so much on their goal they have let in, just focusing on trying to manage to play rugby and give the Danish team some struggles in the end of the match, and really try to get in a goal, because it would be amazing. And it would be so fun for the Spanish team to score 1 goal in their last match in this championship. Oi! They're really working now. Yeah, probably holding. Yeah, it looked like the Spanish girl was holding there without holding the Danish player before she had the ball.
Holding, blue free throw.
So,
less than 3 minutes remaining in the game.
Yeah.
Of course, it's quite hopeless.
so I would say that for the Spanish now, they got nothing to lose, so they can rather play crazy offensive now and just let go a little bit of the defense and just put on the kill mode and really try to get that 1 goal in and try to show off a little bit. They're going 5 people in there now. Come on. Don't give up. Another wave. I need another wave. In there. Don't go out. Yes. Don't let her be alone in the attack. Come on. Down. Woo! Oh, she thought it was a team player there.
Joanna Presper, she's had a good championship. Oh.
Let's see. Oh, losing the ball. Another free throw, probably for the Danish team, I'm guessing. Yeah. It's
White free throw.
I think the referees are doing a good job on seeing when it's holding, because it's a difficult thing to see, and there have been a lot of referee calls on that in this championship. They probably are focusing a lot on it.
Do you think it's too much, or
No,
just right?
not at all. Because when you have speed as a main thing you want to do in your team, it's crazy frustrating to get all this holding. And a lot of teams that doesn't usually use speed as an advantage, playing against a team that use a lot of speed, you will see a lot of holding because in the frustration, because the other team is faster, and if the referee doesn't see that, it will destroy the whole technique of the one team. So I never ever in my life have thought that the referee has done too much referee calls on holding.
So you really have to be ready with a good free throw if you're going to get the
Yeah, it would be an advantage to have a good plan when you get the opportunity to have a free throw.
1 player, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
We will start with a white free throw.
Okay, well, the
water,
Spanish now
Spanish
gonna
team.
lose 1 player. I'm a little bit unsure what Kaisa meant there. I think maybe it was too many people in the water.
Timeout, white.
Then they have a white timeout.
White.
I'm guessing the timeout now for the Danish team, since
will
they're
start with
leading.
a white
They're
free
probably
throw.
gonna try to do a specific goal strategy. Probably trying to do something specific they want to manage to do in this match.
Spain has a player in the penalty box. Who is it?
But if this was a close game, it wouldn't be very smart, I think, to give the Spanish team the opportunity to breathe when they suddenly are 5 against 6. But since the Danish team are leading, it's not so important. They probably want to talk about how they're gonna use this free throw to a good advantage. So now the Spanish team has the opportunity to breathe, focus, and it's a good experience to play just 5 people against 6, really. Because it will happen at some time in your rugby career, and learning that that's not always needs to be a stressful situation if you know what you're going to do and what you need to do in all the positions is a very good learning experience. We see in earlier matches that should be an advantage to score on the team that has 6 players, but many of the times we have matches this championship. The team with the 6 players can't manage to score the goal, even though it's just 5 on the opposite team. And that means that the people with just 5 people, they are working really hard together, and they probably have done it before and knows what they're gonna need to do. So as you see, the Spanish took the ball from the Danish just 2 seconds in the free throw.
1 minute.
1 minute left of the match now. So Spain is going to play with the 5 players rest of the match.
No.
And so it will be, whoa. It will be very difficult for, you see at the judge there, he's almost in the game there, watching the shoulder of the goalie there. He's doing a really good job securing it's not shoulder in the basket.
Pernille Linnet Jensen lurking there. She gets the ball and in. It's
there it is, yes. But there was a very high pressure and
For boxing. Blue free throw for boxing.
Blue free throw for boxing. The Danish player lost the ball. Blue free throw. It would be incredible if the Spanish actually managed to score now, since they're 5 against 6. It's just 20 seconds left, so this is probably going to be the last chance for Spain to create something in attack. And let's see how it goes. Come on. Last chance. 10 seconds left. Give it all. Don't need to breathe now. Don't go up and breathe. Just go down, everyone. Don't need a goalie in behind. Just kill it. And the time is out. Yes,
so
well done. They're sharing a lot on the pool side, the Spanish. They smile and I think they're happy with the game. They've done a very good championship. Nobody got injured, and they have a big fan group here, hugging and sharing for them. Same, you see the Danish is really happy. I think they had. I know they were very disappointed against the Sweden match, and of course, when you're so close to getting the bronze or getting opportunity to actually get a goal, they knew after the Swedish match that it wasn't possible. But it looks like they have put that behind them and really wanted a good match today. And it seemed like very happy with the game today. So very good experience for the youngsters on the Danish team.
So Amanda, how would you like to interview Line Urup, number 12, the goalie who came off?
I don't do interviews.
You don't?
No, it's not my thing.
Okay. So
that's where my limit goes. I hate being interviewed and I hate interview. So, and I think Du and Mattis does a very great job on that. So I can go and talk to them and find someone you could talk to. But
okay, so Line Urup, I think it would be good.
Number 12 on the Denmark team,
Denmark,
yeah.
And from Spain. How about?
We can take if somebody has a suggestion on the chat. Just write it on the Spanish team.
All right. You take your phone with you, Amanda.
You have number 3, Leah.